I am going to show you how to make your own rock music on flat.io. That's flat.io, and you can use a free subscription to do this. Once you have set up your account, you're going to want to go to My Library and select New Score. Now it's going to ask you to make a name for your new score, and I'm going to call this one Free Rock Number 2, and hit Next. And you have to build up what instruments you wish to use, and they give you user-friendly templates. And in this situation, I would suggest rock group, but I want to do something a little bit more customized, so I'm going to pick out all of my individual instruments. And I'm going to start with percussion, and I want a high-quality drum set to play with. And I'm going to push the plus button. You can select more than one track if you wish, but all I need is one track for the drums. Lots of choices for drums. Now I'm going to pick some plucked strings, and I want a HQ bass line and an electric guitar that has been muted, because if you're going to do some rock, you're going to want to have some muted strings on your electric guitar. Choose Use Tablature by turning it on to Yes. Using tablature is a lot easier to compose, especially for rock music, and especially if you are already familiar with a guitar or a bass, but you don't even have to have this familiarity to compose rock. So as you can see, I've set it up ready to compose, and I want to go from quarter notes to eighth notes. Now quarter notes are 1, 2, 3, 4, and eighth notes are 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Rock is mostly eighth notes. So we are going to ship everything from quarter notes to eighth notes. And if you make a mistake, that's okay. If you're on a laptop, you just hit the backspace button or the delete button until you get to where you can switch it around to what you want it to be. Like if you accidentally click on something and you don't want it there, you can just highlight it and push the backspace button, or just start from where you want to delete everything and keep hitting the backspace until it's done. Line it up where the quarter note used to be, and then select eighth note instead. So you want eighth notes all the way across the single measure. We're going to turn all 4 of these quarter notes into 8 eighth notes. If you know how to read a ruler or a measuring tape, music measurement is going to come very easy for you because it uses the same system. Quarter inch, quarter notes, half inch, half notes, 1 inch, whole note, so on and so forth. There's even 16ths and 32nds, but we're just going to be playing basic rock, and basic rock is really good with eighth notes. Now we're going to start working right off of the tabs, and a lot of rock music is based on E standard tuning. So we're going to go down to the tab, the actual guitar fret on the bottom, and select E for every one of them. And every time you get to the end of the measure, the flat automatically adds a new measure to it. I'll show you how to get rid of it. All we need is one measurement, one measure to get a good rock loop going, and I'll show you how to get rid of that that extra measure soon. We're going to do the same thing with the electric guitar. We're going to select E, the lowest open string, and that's going to be the chug because that guitar is muted. And now we're going to go to the drums. And drums, we're going to take advantage of every single eighth on this. And we're going to start with the down note on the... and you also get a lot of choices of what you can play on the drum set on the bottom, but we're just keeping it simple to the bottom left-hand corner. And we're going to do simple kicks, simple snares, and we're going to do some closed hi-hats here. And we're going to take advantage, like I said, we're going to take advantage of all of the eighth notes on every instrument here. And we are definitely going to have the hi-hat, which is closed. That's what CL means. We're going to have the hi-hat going on all eight notes for that measure. And this is how you get rid of the measure. You just hit the extra measure. You just hit the minus button on there. Now we need this to loop, so we're going to pick the repeat bar, and as you can see, the repeat bar is going to be at the end of the measure, and we are going to select how many times we're going to repeat, and we're just going to go to 30, because right now when I made this video, 30 is the maximum amount of repeating times that you can have. And usually rock and roll is at over 100 beats a second. Not that 80 is bad, but if you're going with rock and roll, you want to get something that makes you tap your foot. So you're looking for anywhere between 115. I personally like 120 beats per second. I am purposefully keeping this simple because I would prefer that you go through and set up your rock or whatever style you want to do. I'm just giving you very basic music theory. And when you're done, we're going to go ahead and save it, and you can go back to your scores and hit the shish kebab, the 3-dot menu, and you got all kinds of options to edit. Me personally, I've been in the mood of sharing publicly and making them all public domain so that anybody can use them however they feel. I've been using them on some advertisement videos that I've been making. You don't even have to put my name up there. Yes, it's an original composition, even though it is very simple, very basic. And as I said before, this is going free rock to the public domain, and you don't have to do that. You can own your own music, but you know, that's a whole different topic when it comes to music copyright. So just to let you know, that's a whole nother can of worms that you be opening up there. And anyways, once everything is done and you've decided how you want to set it up, I'm doing free rock public domain. You can go ahead and select your copyright system that you wish to go under, and then select publish when you're done, if that's what you wish to do with it. You don't have to publish any of this stuff. You can keep it all private. I personally like the community with flat.io. Really good people there, great musicians, talented people that give great constructive criticism. Now, you got a lot of menu options in the publish system here. You can also share to Facebook. Well, it looks like I can't share at this moment right now. They'll probably fix that later, but you can share to Twitter. Share to X. And, you know, you got lots of options here. I personally don't care too much for X or Twitter, but a share is a share, and music loves to be shared. You can also embed if you're using HTML, which is great if you're like running a full-fledged blog system like Blogger, and you can add it to collections. And since this is my public domain music, I'm going to go ahead and add it to my public domain folder. And you can also have lots of options to download and print, and this is really where Flat stands out, because you can download it as a PDF, MP3, WAV, which is lossless. You can do all kinds of MIDI and image, and yeah, lots of, if you want to download it, you want to do like MP3 and select full score. This is going to be all 30 runs of that loop that we just made, and as you can see, it downloads pretty quick. Now you can do whatever you wish with this music. You can put it on your videos, your personal videos, or whatever you wish, and share it. This song is perfect for background music, something with the volume turned down low on it.